Hello, and welcome to our UCSB admissions tutorial. In this video, we'll be reviewing one of the most common questions we receive from students, parents, and counselors about the English language proficiency requirement. By the end of this presentation, you should have a clear understanding of what is required and how to plan ahead to stay on track. With that said, let's get started. English proficiency is an important part of the University of California application process. So what is it and why does it matter? All applicants whose primary language of instruction is not English are required to demonstrate English proficiency as part of the UC admission requirements. This requirement ensures that students have the language skills necessary to succeed in rigorous academic coursework at UC. Strong English skills help students fully participate in lectures, complete writing assignments, engage in discussions, and thrive in a university environment. Students can demonstrate proficiency by submitting scores from standardized exams such as the IELTS or International English Language Testing System, the TOEFL or Test for English as a Foreign Language, or the Duolingo English Test, also known as DET. UC's goal is not to create an additional barrier, but to make sure students are set up for academic success from their very first quarter on campus. Let's talk about who needs to demonstrate English proficiency. Students who complete their entire secondary or high school education in a country where English is not the primary language of instruction are required to demonstrate proficiency. This also applies to students who have fewer than 3 years of instruction in English or whose instruction has been bilingual. It's important to note that this requirement applies even to U.S. citizens and residents if English is not their primary language of instruction. Understanding whether this applies to you early on can help ensure your application is complete and avoids any delays in the admissions process. Now, let's go over some important exam deadlines. Regardless of which exam you choose to take, the English proficiency exam must be completed by December of your senior year to ensure all requirements and deadlines are met. Scores from the IELTS, the TOEFL, and the Duolingo English test are valid for 2 years from the date the exam is taken. It is important that your scores do not expire before you submit your official results to UC. If you are admitted and accept your offer, you will need to submit those official exam results by July before the fall term begins. If your exam has expired and you cannot provide official results, your admissions could be at risk. That is why planning ahead and making sure your scores remain valid is so important. Next, let's look at English proficiency test options available to applicants. The most common exams students take include the IELTS, the TOEFL IBT internet-based test, and the Duolingo English test. For IELTS, a minimum score of 6.5 is required. For the TOEFL IBT, including the home edition, the minimum required score is 4.5 and 80 for exams taken before January 2026. For the Duolingo English test, the minimum required score is 115 or 115. UC does not favor one exam over another. Any approved test is acceptable as long as the minimum score requirement is met. Keep in mind, a UC campus may require a score higher than the minimum for admission selection, and some campuses may request an interview to determine English skills during the application review process. For a complete list of approved English proficiency exams, you can visit admissions.sa.ucsb.edu/English-language-proficiency. If you're unsure about which exam is the best fit for you and how to begin preparing, we encourage you to speak with your school counselor. Starting early and creating a preparation plan can make a significant difference in your confidence and overall performance. To ensure a smooth transition for universities and students, the Educational Test Services, also known as ETS, has implemented a 2-year transition or a grace period from 2026 to 2028 for the new TOEFL score changes. During this time, the official TOEFL score report will display both the new 1 through 6 band score and a comparable 0 to 120 score. This makes it easy for UC campuses to review and understand your results, no matter which scale is reported in the UC application. It provides admissions officers to continue using their existing requirements while they adapt to the new system. The goal is to make the process as clear, consistent, and stress-free as possible for all applicants. For students who took the TOEFL before January 2026, this means your score will still be recognized and can be interpreted under both scales, so you don't need to worry about your application. If you have additional questions about English language proficiency, we encourage you to stay connected with UC Santa Barbara's Office of Admissions. You may ask your admissions questions by emailing us at admissions@ucsb.edu or exploring our Office of Admissions webpage at admissions.ucsb.edu. Thank you, and see you next time.